What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel. It is truly, truly appreciated. That's what you do, man. That's what you do. That's how you handle business on your home court. That's what you do. The Knicks pull off a great victory today by beating the Boston Celtics 121-113 and go up 3-1 in the series. Yo, that's what you do, man. You're home. This is the way you dominate, man. Blowing out the Celtics in the 72nd half by beating the Celtics in the second half 70-51. Knicks outscored the 76ers, the Celtics. 70-51 is what the second half score was. Led by the captain, Jalen Brunson, 39 big points, 12 assists, captain coming through. But which was big for him, 18 big points in that third quarter, which was huge. Propelled the Knicks, and that was the ball game. The Knicks won that third quarter 37-23. Huge, man. Huge. Go up 3-1 in this series, one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. How does everybody feel tonight? How does everybody feel? Let's go, New York. Big shouts to everybody coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Namit, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Oh, man. J Deals, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Vibes. What's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking with LV Live, man. Let's go. Let's do it. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Yo, this is the effort, man. This is the effort. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Here's the beauty of this game. It's not like the champs laid down. They threw a punch. But we punch back. That's the key with this. You know the champs are going to come out. You know they're going to come out flaming, ready to go. But when they punch, you punch back. Last game we did it. This game we was throwing haymakers. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. You punch back. And that's what we did tonight. Because the champs came out, man. The champs was ready, man. Champs was ready, but the beauty of this is that we kept it close. They almost scored 40 points in that first quarter. 39-28 was the game. But we tightened up things in that second quarter. It was 23-23. And Boston could not get back to shooting and having that hot start shooting. They just couldn't. They finished the game 18 for 48 from three, 37.5% from three, 48% from the field. And I thought we locked it in defensively, man. Locked it in defensively. Oh, man. One game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. You got to love this team, man. You got to love this team. This is like low key, like a dysfunctional relationship, right? You break up, you go back. She gets mad, you break up with her. You know, it's the summer break, you break up, but you go back during the winter. It's just like dysfunctional, man. Because you're always upset because you want them to do the right thing. Just do the right thing. You got to love this team, man. You got to love the effort. You got to love the fight tonight. I thought they wanted it tonight, man. And that's what you do to the champs, man. You got to knock them out. You can't play around with these boys. You got to knock them out. Great game by everybody, man. Everybody. And I think the beauty of this game is that everybody had a part to play. You got everything from everybody. All hands was on deck tonight. Everybody had their hand in the pot, man. Everybody. The big cat, 23 points, 11 big rebounds for him. I thought he was huge. I thought Mikal Bridges, I'm going to touch on him, was phenomenal tonight. Those non-Brunson minutes, phenomenal. 23 points for him. OG Anunoby was big. 20 points, had a little scare with the hamstring thing. We'll touch on that. But what can you say about Money Making Mitch, man? Monster on the boards. Money Making Mitch. A beast in that Baja. Thought Mitch was phenomenal tonight. 5 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive, 8 boards, 4 points. Thought Mitch was phenomenal tonight. Just being a big body in there, man. Causing problems, causing ruckus. I'm going to say this. We earned this victory tonight, man. This was hard work and dedication tonight. We came into this game, we wanted it, we took a punch, we punched back, and we never looked back. And I thought the stars came to play today. I thought Brunson was sensational. We should have had a 40-piece tonight. The captain was the captain tonight. Big shouts to Jason Tatum, man. That didn't look good. We'll touch on that, but that didn't look good at all. He was great tonight, but that's the beauty of this, man. This is what you want. You want the stars to be the stars. Guys make big shots. That's what you want, because that's what the playoffs are, man. Get a bucket. And I thought the Knicks did that, man. But most importantly, there was a different attitude tonight, and I felt that they wanted it tonight. Great game, man. Great game for the boys. Let's go to the highlights, man. Oh, man, you got to love it, man. You got to love it. These guys put you through it, don't they? Jay Supreme, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 121-113, go up 3-1 in the series. So, when the game started off, guys, I kind of was saying to myself, okay, look, I like what's going on. I like because Boston was making a lot of tough shots. They were shooting a lot of them threes. They were going in. But I said, listen, if we keep this intensity up, they're not going to be able to knock down these shots later, because they proved this the last time we played them, meaning in Boston, not last game. But what I felt is that the Knicks would get into it. I felt a different type of intensity today. I thought they were paying a lot more attention to detail. And then I don't know what it was, man, but it just seemed like they had more pep in their step, right? So even though we were down 11 going into that second quarter, I still felt like I was very confident. I said, okay, we just have to be smart with our decision making. We have to play better offense, move the ball better, and we're going to have other guys make shots than just Brunson, right? Because Brunson seemed like he had it going. And then you see Mikal Bridges start playing better. Then you see Cat start playing better. Then you see, of course, Josh Hart being Josh Hart. Mitch, I thought, was sensational, right? And so now you're saying, okay, we're looking good here. Let's keep it close. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to keep it close. And we did, and then the captain exploded in that third quarter, man. Is he not the best small guard in this league, man? Didn't I say that last time? Outside of Steph Curry, he's the best small guard in this league, man. Because in the playoffs, that's what you want, man. You want dudes to make shots, man. Get a bucket. And that's what he does better than anybody. Yeah, I said it. You could debate me, SGA, Luka, whoever. I don't care. I'm throwing my guy in the fire with everybody. Because when the money is down, that's when he's at his best, man. My guy Ian McKenzie, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 121-113. Ian, what's going on, man? Hey, listen, Ian, big shouts. Give the missus happy Mother's Day for me, man. Hope all is well with you and her, man. Big shouts to you guys. My guy Ian's up in here. Everybody give 2 thumbs up to my guy Ian. It's one of my guys up in here, man. So I appreciate you coming through rocking with me. What Brunson did in that third quarter, it's what separates him, man. It's what separates him from everybody else. It just does. And once again, I'm gonna touch on Bridges in a second, but what he did, man, is monumental, man. Because in the biggest game, in the biggest moment, what did he do, man? What did he do? He said, okay, we're not losing tonight. We're not losing. When Tatum was hitting big shots, he was hitting big shots. He was getting offensive rebounds, taking it to the Baja, finishing. His numbers were insane. 39 points, 12 assists. People say he don't like the pass. 12 assists tonight from the captain. 12 assists. And this is what makes him different, man. This is what makes the captain different from everybody else. Rob Red, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 121 and 113. Knicks score up 3-1 in the series. That third quarter was you have your Knicks moments. Brunson's had a lot of them, but that was his. That third quarter is going to go down in history, man. I'm telling you, because we didn't know what direction this team was going to go in. We didn't after what we saw the other night, and we saw the fight in the first half, cool, but it was something we just couldn't get over the hump. Brunson said, "Get out the way," and he brought us back, man. He brought us back out of the depths, man. And when he swung it over and OG hit that three and we went up by a bucket 86 to 85, I said, now we got a ball game. Now we got a ball game. He was sensational, man. Sensational, man. And, when the playoffs are around, and this is when, this is when you need your guys to be your guys, man. That's it. That's it. You don't need anybody else to do. You need other guys to do good things. Like, we had other guys do great things. I'm going to touch on Bridges. But you need your guy to be the guy, man. You need your guy to be the guy. And he was the guy tonight. And we were waiting. Remember, guys, we were waiting. We said Brunson's got one in him. He just hasn't had it yet in this series. He had it tonight. He had it tonight. He had it tonight. And that's what you do with a guy like him. That's what you do. When you're the guy, you got to say, all right, man, we getting this one tonight. We play like dogs the other night. Okay, tonight I'm taking it. Beautiful from him, man. Beautiful from him. Beautiful from him, man. You just gotta be really, really happy, man. Really, really happy. And for the first time in a very long time ever, man, maybe we got to go back to Bernard. We got a guy now, man. We got a guy. We've been saying it before, but in the biggest moments, like in a moment like this, we got a guy that's going to take us to the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly one game away, first time in 25 years, man. That's because of him. That's because of him in that third quarter. Big time. Big time. Let me go ahead and see what everybody's saying in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody coming through Rocking with LV Live, man. Oh, man, it's just a great feeling, man. Great feeling. Great bounce back, man. Great bounce back. Great bounce back, man. Much needed. Much needed. J Deals, what's going on, man? Everybody's in here rolling in here, man. This Grover. This Grover said, I still want Tibbs out of here. This Grover, look, let's this Grover. I'm not disagreeing with you, okay? LV, I'm not, but tonight's not the night for that, this Grover. Let's pump the brakes on Tibbs right now. Tonight's not the night. We'll talk about Tibbs another time. All right. Eddie Covey said we came back strongly. We did, but that was spearheaded by Brunson. Eddie Covey. Other guys played a role, but you need your guy to be the guy, man. I mean, that's it, man. That's what the playoffs are. It's nothing more than that. Like, that's the misconception with this thing, right? You think like, okay, you need your guy to be the guy. You see what Tatum did tonight, right? Once again, we hope he's okay. But you saw what he was doing. He was putting his team on his back. 42 from him. His numbers are insane. He was shooting over 50% from both the 3 and the 2. But I love it because it was like a heavyweight championship fight. You got your top dogs going at it. He will score, Brunson will score. He will score, Brunson will score. No one wanted to let go of the rope. And to me, that's what it's all about, man. That's the beauty. And like I said to you guys before, I said it. Listen, we got a good team, man. We got a good team. You just got to let your top dogs be your top dogs. We got to do things the right way and get the ball to the guys that know what to do with it. Brunson was Brunson tonight, man. Brunson was Brunson tonight. Eric Green says, big win, LV, man. So proud of my Knicks. Orange and blue skies. Oh, man. Oh, beautiful, man. Orange and blue skies all day, man. Coaches, the path to the ring is becoming more clear. Agreed. Agreed. My guy Eddie Kofi says we must finish them in Boston. Yo, we got to, man. We got to, especially with what's going on with Tatum. I think Tatum's done. I think he's out. I'll talk more about that later, but we got to take him out. You got to finish them now. You can't allow them to linger. You can't. They're too good of a team. They've won a lot of games without Tatum. So we got to finish them boys. This Grover says Jalen Brunson is the single best point guard in the basketball league. Yeah, man, I got you. I'm telling you, man, I take my guy all day, man. I take my guy all day. JVO says contributions from all of the starting five. Agreed. Everybody was sensational. Everybody was. Well said, sir. Well said. Eddie Kofi said Bridges made up for his inconsistent shooting. I'm glad you brought him up. Okay. On this channel, I sound like a broken record, right? I don't want to keep on saying I told you so. I don't want to keep on doing that. I said it. We're going to need this guy. I said it. He's been to the finals, man. This guy knows how to win. Guys have been destroying this guy for the longest, and look what he's doing, man. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing in this series, defensively and offensively. Look what he's doing. The big shots he's hitting. Brunson was huge. I went on a big soliloquy about him just now, right? But to me, the ball game was won in those non-Brunson minutes. Mikal Bridges scored 10 points in the second half, but he scored 8 points in those non-Brunson minutes. Because I wanted to see what they want to do after that third when they made that big push and we got the lead going into the fourth, right? Who was going to come in for him? You see campaigns at the end of the bench. I'm so glad about that because he was a joke when he came in. So let him sit over there on the bench next to PJ Tucker and figure it out. But they brought Deuce in, who I also thought was solid as well. But Mikal Bridges, they kept on running that same play, which I love. Deuce would come over and hand him. They would do the ghost screen. He would come around, and if whoever was guarding him, if they was giving him some room, he was going to that mid-range, and that mid-range is money. That's the playoff shot. I've been telling you guys that. That's the playoff shot. That mid-range is money because it's unguardable. You can't do that. And most people don't want to hit mid-ranges. They want to either shoot threes or go to the rack and dunk it. He's got the perfect playoff shot. That mid-range is deadly in the playoffs, and that's what you needed during those Brunson moments. He scored 8 points during those non-Brunson minutes, man, and that was beautiful, man. Beautiful to see, and for a guy that's been getting destroyed all year, man. All year. Even when he plays good, people was destroying this guy. Not on this show. Other people, you know what I mean? I'm not saying going on nobody's shows or whatever, but other places, they was destroying this guy. Not here, man. Not here. I said we were going to need this guy. I said it. And look how big he's been in this series. Man. Huge. Defensive plays in game 1. Defensive plays in game 2. Coming up with big shots in game 1 and game 2. He had a crazy game 3, but so did everybody. 23 big points tonight. Huge. J-Dye, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. J-Dye, listen, am I pronouncing your name right or wrong? I don't want to. I don't want to say Jedi. I don't want to do that. I'm a Star Wars guy anyway, also too. But I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. It's truly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, J-Dye. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. BQ from BK, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 121-113. The Big Cat. 23 points, 11 rebounds. So it's just good to see, man, for the guy like him, man. He's an unsung hero, man. The way he's been getting destroyed for them picks is insane all year, man. All year, even when he plays good. And now when the chips are down, right, when the money's on the table, when the seat is the hottest, look what he's doing, man, in big moments. Big moments. Defensive plays, defensive rebounds, big-time steals, blocks, big time shots. He does it all, man. He does it all. And that mid-range was money tonight. Money. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Whoa. Look at this heat rock right here. My man Rye said, Brunson easily our best Knick since Ewing. Sorry, Melo. Everybody in the chat, man. Brunson's better than Melo? Is he better than the Melo man? Melo just made the Hall of Fame, man. Is he better than Carmelo Anthony? I want everybody, if you believe so, give a thumbs up. If you don't, put a thumbs down. But Rod just let off a heat rock up in here. Brunson easily, he said, not even maybe, possibly. He said easily our best Knick since Ewing. Sorry, Melo. What say you, man? What say everybody in the chat? I want to get thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. That's some heat right there, man. That's some heat. That's going to put. That's going to have the chat going bananas. All right, look. Hey guys, let's hear from Josh Hart, man. I thought Josh was big tonight. Let's hear from him. I thought he was exceptional. Big time from
points in that second quarter. The first quarter what really killed us. So we knew, and it was the last couple of minutes of that first quarter, so we knew we had to pick it up. We did on the second quarter, and then coming out of halftime, we knew we had to really bring it in. That's what we did.
Josh, when they're hitting threes like they were doing early in that game, just like they were doing in Game 3, it's got to get demoralizing. In this game, did you just not allow that stuff to affect you?
Yeah, man. That's why you need to play every game as hard as you can with a sense of urgency and a sense of desperation in the playoffs. We let them get confidence last game, coming out and knocking down shots in the beginning of the game, and we couldn't put out a fire, and they came in with confidence because of that. And fortunately, we were able to get stops defensively, get out and run, and have play Knick basketball and have fun.
Josh, Jalen was Jalen, but there were contributions all over the roster from that locker room. Everyone seemed to get unlocked in today's game. How did it happen?
No, man, it was huge. Obviously, JB does what he does, but Cat, played a great game. OG let the game come to him and knocked down big shots and got big defensive plays. And then Mikal Bridges, man, you can't say enough about him, all the adversity that he's had this season, and he just keeps coming through for us in the clutch, man. So you got to give credit to those guys. I mean, they played well, and shout out to PJ Tucker for making sure we're up, we're talking. He brought that championship pedigree to us, and he deserves a big shout out.
What did PJ have to say to the guys? Did he have a speech or something about what you're referencing?
No, man, he's just something that always talks to us, he's a champion, and he's bringing that mentality.
Josh, thanks so much for dropping by. Good luck trying to wrap it up in Boston.
Did you peep what he said about PJ Tucker? That's major, man. That's major. Christ is my savior, man. I appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man, and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight, man. Big time win for the boys, 121 to 113. The captain, 39 points, 12 assists. He left that was some ill stuff he did with throwing PJ Tucker in there. I hope you guys are following the breadcrumbs. He's letting you know what's going on in that locker room, right? He's letting you know that PJ Tucker's probably getting in people's ears. He's probably just barking on dudes. He's probably getting at the coaches, whomever, whatever he's doing to fire guys up, to let them know what they're doing wrong. And sometimes that's the best place to hear from is from a teammate. What did Josh say? He said, he's got championship pedigree, right? He's been here before. He knows, right? Imagine that guy in that locker room, what the things he's saying to these guys about intensity, about not bringing it, not being focused on the details. just the urge and all those things that come with it, meaning like just the hunger you got to have in order to win this thing here, right? Imagine the stuff that he's probably saying in that locker room that's kind of waking guys up, bringing that intensity, because I saw a different team tonight. I saw a team that wanted it, man. I saw a team that was really embarrassed about what happened the other night at the Garden, and you saw the intensity, not even on 10, on 20 tonight, defensively. Even though Boston was knocking down shots in that first quarter, I thought the Knicks were playing them good defensively. They were making a lot of contested threes. Like they didn't seem, and I knew a lot of them shots wasn't going to fall, but I liked how we were playing. You can see that we were a lot more intense. We were paying a lot more attention to detail. And who knows, man? It might not have been the coaches. It might have been a guy like PJ Tucker telling those guys how you need to step up. And sometimes, man, that's where you need to hear it from. Sometimes from your brothers, man, in that locker room. Certain things the coaches just can't say that your brother can say. And I thought that was a little like some breadcrumbs that he left. Josh did, right? Did it kind of give you an inside look into that locker room about what's possibly happening behind the scenes and the guidance that a guy with championship pedigree like a PJ Tucker is giving these guys. You got to be held accountable, man. You got to be held accountable. You have to. That's the only way you're going to learn. That's anything in life, guys. If you could just skate by and just be average or not give your best and it's allowed, you're not going to turn out to be anything. You're going to go through the motions. You're going to lose. So you need somebody that's going to kind of be on top of you and be like, yo, man, get your together, man. Pay attention. Pay attention to this. Lock into this. Yo, he's not locked in. Yo, get locked in. Like, you got to have that. Sometimes you got to have shouting matches, man. And not to sound crazy, I'm kind of getting off, but I'm telling you in the locker room how it was. Sometimes, you have fights in the locker room. Man. That's needed sometimes. Because sometimes some dudes want it more than others. And if you're not on the bus of guys that really want it, you're going to have conflict in the locker room. It's going to be a lot of conflict. And it might come to fisticuffs. I mean, that's what goes on in the locker room, man. Because you're holding dudes' feet to the fire and you're holding them accountable. And to me, that's probably, what Josh is basically saying in regards to PJ Tucker. Great breakdown by him, man. Great breakdown by him. Oh, man, great game, man. Great game. Let me go back in the chat, see what's going on. Vaughn Allen, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 121-113. The Big Cat, 23 points, 11 rebounds. Knicks go up 3-1 in the series. All right, so I'm getting a lot of thumbs up here for Melo, man. This Rover says Melo. He said Brunson's better than Melo, man. Gravity says thumbs up, too, for Brunson being better than Melo. J. Deal says Melo brought it. Excuse me. Melo brought us our last division title. Brunson hasn't won a division title yet. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. But he's one game away from getting us to the Eastern Conference Finals, though, man. Melo didn't do that here. Melo didn't do that. So that's an interesting debate, man. Mr. Blank said he is. Eric Green said he is. J. Deal is still trying to figure it out. My man, Big Task. Big Task says we got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals first. Agreed. Agreed. I told you it's going to be a big debate, man. The Melo man he was cold. Vaughn Allen says best game of the postseason for them boys. Next game, we must come in hungry and mean. Agreed, Vaughn. I totally agree with that, man. You got to come in with the same attitude. And here's the thing, too. Once again, guys, and I've stressed this, right? They're the champs, right? I mean, Tatum being down is a big minus for them, right? But they're the champs. So you can't take it lightly that, if you're up on them 3-1, you can't, man. You cannot. You have to put your foot on their necks, man. You have to. You got to knock out the champ. You can't think just because you hit him with a couple of good shots, he's hurt. No, you got to knock him out. And so the Knicks have to approach game 5 with the same intensity they approached today. feeling like, yo, man, I don't know if we can win. If we go down 2-2, it's going to be a problem. You got to kind of have that same mentality, man, that it's us against the world going into Boston. Because it's going to be a ruckus crowd. They're going to be ready to go. Tatum or no Tatum, it doesn't matter. They're going to be ready to go. And they're the champs, so be prepared. They're going to come out firing on all cylinders. But you got to be able to take that punch and punch back, just like we did tonight. Lionel Monos, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 121 and 113. Captain, 39 points, 12 assists. Lionel Monos says, remember, it's not over until it's over. Knicks got to take game 5, and it's as if we're on a break. Right, agreed. We just got to go out there and take it, man. We can't, Lionel, you're absolutely right. We can't think that it's over. My man Ross says, approach it like it's game 7. Agreed. Big Taz says, the Celtics are still the Persians from 300. The Knicks still have to keep their guard up. Agreed. You got to keep your hands up, champ. That's how it goes in boxing. You got to keep your hands up, champ. That's what you got to do. Everybody's talking about the draft, huh? Yeah, I know. Yo, Dallas got the first pick, man. You know what I just thought of? Giannis going to Dallas for that pick. Yo, man. You think you think they're gonna make that deal, Coach? Nah, man. I think they're gonna get Cooper Flag, man. That's that they could build around him, man. I look. I can't, Coach. You get me off topic, Coach. Let's stay focused on the game. Talk about this later. Earl Gals, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 121-113. Go up 3-1 in the series. Earl Gals says our time. Yeah, agreed. Hey guys, what do you think about Big Cat, man? I thought Big Cat was great tonight, man. I thought he was great tonight. I thought he had big moments. I thought he was big in that second quarter. I thought he came up with big time shots, big time buckets. I thought Cat was great. I thought he was great on the glass, man. I thought he was great on the glass. And I thought he was taking full advantage. You got to feed him in the post, man. This is a game where you got to let him dominate in the post. You got to let him get busy. Because they're putting a lot of small dudes on him, right? So you got that's where he's got to do his damage. You see, he can't really get up the 3 the way he wants to. They on him. That's because they got small guys on him. So he's going to have to punish him in that Baja. And then when they had to put Al Horford on him, he took him to the rack and just finished him, at the rim. So you got to pick your spots here because you got to understand, based on this matchup, Cat is going to have to get busy in that Baja. So he may not take as many threes as we want him to. How many threes he took tonight, man? Cat was 0 for 3 from 3, but check it out. He was 11 for 15 from the field. Cat was 11 for 15 from the field, man. He had that one block on Brown, right? That was beautiful, man. But I thought Cat was sensational tonight. Cat was sensational. Everybody still talking about Melo, man. See, I told you, man. I told you, right? He was gonna get everybody focused on this, man. This whole Melo thing, man. I mean, this Grover, what do you say right here? Hold on, let's hide this right here. This Grover. This Grover says, Cat played great tonight, man. Complains less now, which was great. You know what it is, this Grover, man? You got to play ball now, man. Like, no more complaining. Now, of course, I thought the whistle was terrible tonight, but so what, man? You got to get this win. So really, it ain't about the whistle. Just get the win, man. That's it. Because the free throws disparity was insane. Insane. I mean, it was like, what was it? Almost going through the whole second half. The Knicks didn't get to the line, man. Like the first half, like it was insane. Boston, I went to the line like felt like Detroit all over again. But we figured out a way they made it rock, man. But I thought Cat was sensational tonight. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Knicks go up 3-1 in the series, 121-113. Big Tass's question. Why didn't the Celtics do the hack and Mitch play? You know what it was? The Knicks were paying attention to those minutes because you can't do it. Everybody, correct me when I'm wrong. You got to wait to a certain time when you could do the hack and Mitch, right? They can't do it like in the beginning of the first half. You can't do that. You got to it's got to be a time frame. Like I think it's got to have a certain amount of fouls. And after 2 minutes, Big Task, you can't do it anymore. You can't do it. So there's like a time frame, and I think the Knicks have figured out when they can do it, when they can't, because they have to like be in a bonus or something like that. So it's like it's you just can't do it whenever. So I think the Knicks are paying attention to that because I thought Mitch was enormous tonight. Enormous. They had the Gotham lob tonight. You know what I'm saying? So Brunson could roll around and kind of caught Mitchell with the banger. That was beautiful. So so that they're showing that a little bit. But Mitch was great tonight. Rye says, I really believe that we were going to knock our Jordan Bulls in 97. Watch out for the Celtics tactics between trying to get us to get into a fight. Don't fall for those shenanigans. Yeah, that's what happened with the Heat. The Heat did that to us, man. Remember that? That's when PJ Brown tossed Charlie Ward in the stands. He flipped him. And then that's when all went crazy, man. That's when that happened. Yeah, the Bulls in 97, man. That was like we just couldn't beat the Bulls in the 90s, man. That's what kind of stopped everything for us was Mike. Mike cut everybody's order off in the 90s, man. That's why we could not break through, man. And we had one of the best teams in the 90s. But it was because of that Jordan, man. That Jordan era was ill, man. He cut everybody's water off. Everybody. Okay, says, are we still mad about the Mikal trade? Hey, I never was mad. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. Anybody here was mad about the Mikal trade? I don't remember that at all. At all. I mean, if anybody was upset about it, please let it be known here in the chat. But LV was not. Coach says an OG putting up 39 cents. He won't have to defend anyone. I thought OG was great tonight, man. Listen, Tatum's a tough check, man. He's a tough check, man. So that's really where a lot of his energy is going. You know what I'm saying, Coach? Was dealing with Tatum, but OG was great tonight offensively, man. Knocking down them threes, I thought was great. OG Anunoby was big tonight, 8 for 14 from the field. But check it out, guys. 4 for 8 from 3. 4 for 8 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and then that 1 steal, man. They don't even have him down for a steal in the books, neither, man. That was a steal. Bridges had 4 steals tonight, man. Bridges' numbers are insane. I'm going to go over his numbers in a second, but his numbers are crazy. But OG Anunoby should have had a steal on it when Tatum hurt his foot. But that's the thing with him, Coach, man. He's got to defend, man. He's got to defend that guy, man. That guy's a lot to deal with. Remember, Tatum's 6'10", man. He's huge. So that's a lot to deal with, man. So it's kind of hard to play both ends like that. But if he can go 4 for 8 from 3 and what he gave us tonight, man, that changes everything. Wait, real quick, everybody, what was your nervous level when you saw OG grabbing his hamstring, when he went up for that dunk and he couldn't do it? Was everybody panicking? I said, oh no, here we go. Shades of Indiana was starting to roll through my head. I was like, okay, here we go, man. And he was asking to come out. When he came back, I said the basketball gods are on our side tonight. I thank the basketball gods for him coming back out. So now we got to be mindful of it. We got to manage it. So hopefully he's getting treatment right now this second at the facility. He doesn't even go home. He goes and sleeps at the facility. He's getting treatment around the clock. Just making sure it's okay because he finished out the game strong. I love that when he got the steal, he got the dunk, and then also too he had the one play we went to the Baja, finished strong. I thought he was gonna try to dunk it, but he finished with the layup. So I said, okay, he looks good. So we can't lose him. But I was shook. I ain't gonna lie. I saw shades of Indiana last year, and I said, yo, if he goes down, the series is over because we have nobody for Tatum. But you see how it's ill, right? How fate works. OG Anunoby comes back, his hamstring's okay, and then Tatum goes down. What appears to be an Achilles, man. That looks like an Achilles. What say you guys? You think he sprained his ankle? You think he has a fractured ankle? Or you think that's an Achilles, man? That looks like an Achilles. Because all he did was lunge for the ball. No one fell on his leg. No one fell on his leg. Rye said, when's the next game? Rye, next game's Wednesday. Wednesday, we're in Boston. Coach said he's done. What do you guys think? Anybody here? Fracture? Put an F. A for Achilles. Or S for sprain. Whatever you guys want to do. Yo, man, I think it's an Achilles, man. I think it's an Achilles. When you see injuries like that, nothing happened to him. He just lunged and he fell the way he did and held his ankle. Eric Green, you got a sprain? You think it's a sprain, Eric Green? Yo, he couldn't move his foot, man. Eric Green, he couldn't move his leg. You saw he was holding his foot and his leg. He couldn't move. He couldn't put no weight on it, man. None. It's either Eric Green, it's either a fracture or it's either an Achilles. But when you fall and you hold it like that, and his leg wasn't moving, man. I'm surprised he walked off like that. They didn't put it in an air cast or something like that because he looked. That's how it looked. And then they rolled him out in a wheelchair. Rye said, "I'm thinking this. Yeah, right. The way, right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing, man. The way he fell, is just." And he's never had a serious injury, right, Earl Garris? Yeah, man. Coach says this is not just the end of his season, but the end of that team. Yo, Coach, you know what? That's ill, Coach. That's right. That's right, Coach, man. They can't afford that team, man. They can't. We talked about this here. You got two guys on that team making $300 million. They can't afford this team. I think Porzingis is gone. Who's going, you guys think? Al Horford's going to retire. They're going to have Peyton Pritchard around, but not much longer because he's going to want big money. He's going to do the IQ move. He's going to make, I want to go someplace and make more bread. So I can see Peyton Pritchard leaving. What did they do with Drew Holiday? I mean, Drew Holiday's on his way out, man. He's old now. He's still a good player. So do they keep Derek White? They got to keep one of those guys. Because, Brown and Tatum are staying. They're not going anywhere. Coaches KP and Brown getting traded. Ooh, traded for who, though? Traded for who? Don't say Giannis. I don't think Giannis was to go to Boston. Coaches, they might run it back, man, out of respect, but it's over. Yes, yeah. I think they're done. I think they're done, Coach. I think they're done. I think they're finished. I don't think they, I just don't think they have. But that was a nasty injury, man. That was a nasty injury, meaning that it didn't look bad, but you saw how he felt, how he crippled himself. You know what I'm saying? My man Vaughn Allen said, when the ball doesn't stick, this offense is kind of elite. Yo, Vaughn, it's not kind of elite. It is elite. It is elite. Remember, we were top 5 in the league this year in offense this year, man. You know what I'm saying? So Brunson having 12 assists being Brunson, but taking big shots when he's supposed to. I mean, this is how the offense is supposed to look. It's how the offense is supposed to look. Vaughn Allen says Brunson gets better as every series goes further. He is stone cold. Yeah, he cold-blooded, man. He cold-blooded, ain't he, Vaughn? He cold-blooded. But that's how it should be, though, Vaughn. You're the man. You're the captain, man. Wearing the heaviest jersey in the league, man. This is no joke playing in the Garden in front of those fans. People in them seats, I don't even know what the tickets were tonight, man. But of course, you know they were top dollar. So this is what he does, man. To me, that's why he's the guy, man. That's why I've said it. Outside of Steph Curry, he's the best guard in this league. Small guard. He's the best small guard in this league. There's no one better. I don't think there's anybody close. Everybody gonna say LVU bugging. There's nobody close, man. Doing it on this stage in this city with this amount of pressure. Most people fold up, man. LeBron didn't want it. He ran from this. He ran from the smoke. I'm talking about the king. He didn't want to come here. He ran from the smoke. This kid came here by himself and said, yo, I'll take $100 million. I'm cool with that. And look what he did with it. Look what he did with that $100 million. He flipped it. Only thing that's missing right now, the only thing that's missing, he's got to get his own sneaker. He's got to get his own shoe. That's got to come. That's got to come, man. Nike's got to make it happen. Vaughn says, I don't like Cat being on the island versus Tatum or Brown, getting toasted. Tatum should never came up stomping through the guards on with him. So, no, it's English. Yo, Vaughn, here's the thing with that, man. Hold on. We'll talk about Towns in a second. Yo, man, you could always tell dudes that's from out of town that's wearing Timbs. Like, what? He had overalls on too, right? Yo, my man, this is not 94. Like, what are you doing? This is not 94. This is not poetic justice. You're not TLC. Like, what are you doing? Like, my man, take off the overalls, man. Take off the overalls and don't wear Timbs. Put them away. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to come to the city rocking Timbs. Like, yo, my man, what's wrong with you, man? Keep that over there. You ain't from the city, man. Wear what you wear. Where you from? You from the Midwest, right? Wear what they wear over there. Yo, these dudes, everybody want to jack our stuff, man. Want to come to our town and jack our stuff. Want to walk around the city with Timbs on. My man, take the Timbs off, dogs. Go. What you wear in your town? You wear lugs, right? Remember lugs? You probably wear lugs. Go throw those on. Then you see dudes want to throw the AV on. They want to throw the Averex on. You're like, yo, my man, yo, can they want to throw the Carhartt on? Like, yo, get out of here with all that. Y'all don't wear that. The Pele. I saw Cade come through with the Pele. Yo, my man, you're not even from here. You're from Texas. Yo, my man, wear that stuff that y'all wear. Don't be trying to come through our city with that stuff. That's why we sent you on packing. That's why Tatum walked up the garden limping. Stop fronting, man. Stop fronting. What did my man say? What did my man saying? Above the rim, you better stop playing and start listening. You better stop playing and start listening. That's what he said, man. Sorry, man, I went on my tangent, man. Vaughn got me tight. Not Vaughn you, but you know what I'm saying, Vaughn. Now, to the other part of your question. I don't have an issue with Cat guarding Tatum or Brown out there. Because Vaughn, that's got to happen. Because we got to switch on everything. We got to stop hedging. I'm going to talk about that too. Because that's like, you got to switch. You got to switch, Vaughn. That's the only way you're going to be able to check them. And Cat made a couple of good plays tonight. He had a block. He had a block on Brown. He went to the rack. He makes it hard for them to kind of finish. Tatum can't really get to his spots. Now, all he's doing is jacking up threes. Now he's making them. But you see what happens. They start jacking them up and they start missing. What happens, right? Now we can get offensive rebounds. Now we can get down and score. Everything is cool when they're making them. But when they start missing them, that's the problem. I think what hurt them tonight, too, though, was that Tatum started ball hogging. He started kind of going nuts. He wasn't really moving the ball. because she started taking all the shots. You gotta say they only had 15 assists tonight, man. They had 15 assists tonight. We had 25, but that's because Tatum was ball hogging, man. He was shooting everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of that is because of Towns. He wanted to shoot over Towns. He couldn't take it to the Baja on Towns because Towns was blocking shots. Blocking shots, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to switch with these dudes, Vaughn. You got to pick your poison with them, man. So I would rather switch Vaughn and let him lock in. He's getting $60 million a year. My man, defend, right? Move your feet. Then hedge. Because they're destroying us on the hedge, Vaughn. They coming off. We trying to chase. You saw Brunson left them that one time and didn't switch, and we got killed on that. You cannot let them come off and you hedging because you don't want to defend and give up open threes. Jay says, those legs got tired in the second half. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Jay, they be chucking them up, man. They be chucking them up. So, after a while, Jay, you got to, because you still got to defend after you're doing all that. So you don't have the same lift, you know what I'm saying, with your legs. But the beauty is they were shooting the same way they shot last game. Even though they shot better last game, they had a lot of good shots tonight. But at the same time, I thought we defended better. We made the shots harder for them. Right? Like the first half, the first quarter, when they was really knocking it down. Right, Jay? We were contesting everything. So they were taking they were kind of low-key bad shots. You know what I'm saying? But they was making them. But I knew that wasn't going to last long. We just had to stay close, which we did. And then, we let the captain. We set him loose, man. We set him loose, and he had 18 in that third, man. That's what blew the doors off. And after that, they couldn't really get back. And then Tatum went down. Ball game. All right, guys. Hey, listen. Listen to the coach. We got to show him some love. You know what I'm saying? Let's not fire Tibbs right now. Let's hold it. Let's not even think about Tibbs. But let's hear from the coach and hear what he has to say.
Some tough shots, but it felt like you guys were pretty connected for most of the part. Defensively, offensively, good in the second half. What did you think of this group's performance in totality?
Well, I thought, they hit us early, and obviously, we got in a hole. But I love the way we fought back. Showed a lot of toughness and more discipline in the second half, and then timely plays. Everyone working together on both ends of the floor. So I think it starts with your defense. And then you have to have a lot of toughness, and then you have to do it together. And I thought the guys did that.
What you see with Kevin that fourth quarter? It looked like he was a little bit more assertive in trying to get his mid-range off.
Yeah, just reading the game extremely well, getting to his spots. He had some big-time rebounds in traffic, some tough plays. Thought he was terrific in the fourth quarter. Thought OG gave us a huge game, and I thought Jalen, of course, it was timely shot after timely shot. But I thought Mitch gave us big minutes. Cat gave us really good minutes. Deuce got us at a faster pace, so I thought that was good for us as well.
I used to say you don't want to do this, but you're down 14 again in the third quarter. Just kind of what it says about this team to keep coming back.
You just got to keep fighting, and that's sort of the nature of the game. And there's, when you're playing a three-point shooting team like that, there's going to be variances in the game where there's runs and you can't go away. You got to keep fighting. And they have the ability to, make tough shots. I thought, Tatum had a monster game going. He's a great shot maker. And I thought a lot of the shots were challenged well. He has the ability to make. And we have to have the determination to come back to do it over and over again and stick together.
Tom, what about the building and the electricity in the air when you guys were responding?
Yeah, and we always say, we got the best fans in the world, and the arena's great, the atmosphere, but we got to make sure we give them stuff to cheer for. So I think it's important to understand what goes into winning, and you have to earn your wins in this league. They're not given to you. And so the building is not going to win the game. Whatever the series of each game, you got to go in and put the work into winning that particular game. That's the only thing that matters.
Well said by the coach tonight. Well said by the coach. I thought the biggest thing that he said out of everything is that he said, listen, nothing is given to you in this league, man, especially in the playoffs. You got to earn it. And that's what I thought they did tonight. They earned this victory tonight. And I think most importantly, outside of earning it, I thought they wanted it tonight. And I thought even though Boston came out with a lot of energy, they were knocking down shots. The Knicks didn't get discouraged. They didn't get down, and they fought themselves back into this game. They were down 14 guys in that third, and they fought their way back. Of course, Brunson had a big quarter, but everybody else contributed, man. And I thought everybody had their hand in the pot. I said it earlier for tonight's win. Everybody touched the game and had an impact on tonight's game. But you had to go out there and take it, man. I thought the Knicks took it tonight. I thought they took it tonight, and I thought they wanted it, and they were not going to leave the Garden tonight without a victory, man. And that's what I love tonight from everybody. David, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming to Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. 121-113. The captain, 39 points, 12 assists. This Rover says, LV, man, remember how I said earlier this season, it doesn't matter if they make the three. Just make them work for it. Agreed, this Rover. I do remember you saying that. Agreed. And that's what it's got to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's got to be. I mean, listen, they're going to do what they're going to do, right? We understand how good they are, but you got to just be on it defensively. But that's where the intensity comes in, this Rover. That's where the attention to detail and just the want to. Last game, they were talking about the lack of urgency. Like, you could tell they felt things were urgent today. You know what I'm saying? So because of the way they're playing. And I thought they were great today. I thought they were great just defensively getting after it. Right? I thought they were great on the boards today. Right? 43 rebounds tonight to them. The Celtics only had 31. We out-rebounded them tonight. So I thought that was sensational. Knicks had 13 offensive rebounds, man. 13. And so that, like I said it before, but Kawhi Leonard said it, man, board man wins games. And I thought that the Knicks were great on the glass tonight, man. They wanted it tonight, man. They wanted it tonight. And that's why I get frustrated at times, because why can't it be like this every game? Like every game, why can't you give that same intensity? That's it. When you do that, then you win, man. That's it. That's it. Vaughn Allen said, Bridges seems to have another gear late in games. There are moments early in the game he showed extreme toughness. Well, listen, man, this guy's been here before, man. He's got a winning DNA, Vaughn. Winning DNA. And I think that was my biggest frustration with everybody destroying him and just being on him the way that they were, just riding this guy. And I'm like, yo, this guy's won before, man. He's been to the highest level that a lot of these guys on his team have not been. This guy knows how to play basketball, man. He's a really good ball player. You just got to let him get used to the change here. It's a big change coming from what he came from. And this is year one of the experience. And look what he's doing in the playoffs, man. Look what he's doing in the playoffs when the chips are down. Look how he's playing. I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is why you got him here. So he could defend those wings like he's doing. I think he's doing a great job. Him and OG Anunoby both, I think, are playing well. Tatum's going to have a breakout game because he is, but I think they both made it hard for Jaylen Brown. It hasn't been easy for him. I think Tatum has had his moments. He didn't play good last game, even though they won. He played great tonight, but Tatum's had a tough series. But that's because of OG Anunoby's on him. Then you have Bridges on him. I thought those wings have stepped up. The wing stop, right? Like everyone wants to call it. I thought they stepped up this series, man. But that's why you got those guys to defend these wings. And Bridges has stepped up, man, in more ways than one, especially, like you said, Vaughn, in late game situations, man. It's like he hits another gear. It's like he gets ice water in his veins, man. And that's the type of guys you need, and that's what can propel you to win a championship, guys like that. It's that championship DNA, man, and that's what he has. Jay says that hedging is no good. Yeah, Jay, man, I don't know why they do that. They should stop. They should stop with that, man. They should stop with that hedging. Like I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Like because it doesn't because when you're hedging, Jay. Excuse me. See, that works when you're dealing with a team that doesn't shoot as good as these guys. You cannot hedge with these cats. Any open look, they're knocking it down. So you're gonna have to switch and you're gonna have to defend. because they're hunting threes. That's all they're doing. They'd rather do that than hit a layup. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know your team's, excuse me, you got to know your opponent's strengths. And so that's all they want to do. So with that being said, you got to stop hedging and you got to switch everything. Switch everything. No drop, switch everything. They switched everything tonight. A couple of times they made mistakes with the hedging and knocked down threes. But when you switch, you make it hard for those guys. Because now, check it out, Jay, they can't really run their offense. They got to go one-on-one. And they don't want to do that. They want to set back screens to lead up to the next shot, to set up for the next shot. That's how they do it. Everything is focused on hitting the three. So how you fix that is when a back screen comes, you're going to have to switch on that screen and you're going to have to guard. That's it. That's it. And that messes up their offense a lot because they're banking on you hedging. So that could leave an open three, or they have the back cut for somebody to cut back, come off of that back cut, and then they catch the ball and kick it out to another person and spot it up for the three on the outside corner because that's all they want to do. So you got to know that, man. Know your team and know your opponent and know what their weapons are, man. And that's what they want to do. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 121 to 113. The Big Cat, 23 points, 11 rebounds. Great win for them boys, man. Great win for them boys. Great win for them boys. David says the Knicks walked down the Celtics tonight and got the job done. And Mitchell Robinson is the unsung hero of the game. Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is, man. Battling on those boards. Listen, man, we out-rebounded them tonight 43-13, man. And a big part was him. A big part is him. They can't, when you go to that double big lineup, you got to use a lot you got to deal with. So now you got him on the glass. You got Cat on the glass. You got 2 7-footers in there. That's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with. And I think the Knicks have found out also, too, the secret sauce to the double big lineup and also to the Hacker Mitch situation. Because now they're figuring out when they can play him and when they can take him out. Because you remember when they got into the foul trouble, they took him out, meaning when they hit the bonus or whatever that was, in order to, if it was another foul, all they have to do was foul Mitchell Robinson and they can put him to the line. So what the Knicks did, before they passed the ball in, they brought Precious in. And Precious has to play a couple of those minutes until it got to the below the 2-minute mark, and then they brought Mitch back in. And so the Knicks are starting to really understand, moments when they could play Mitch and when they can't, right? So, but I absolutely agree with you, David. He definitely was. Vaughn Allen says, when he switches on to Brown or Tatum, he seems way more committed, especially later in the possessions. You talking about Cat, right? I'm assuming, Vaughn? I don't know, man. I think he's super committed in all aspects, man. I think he really, really is getting locked in defensively, Vaughn. He's being forced to. I mean, that's a requirement, obviously, that Tibbs understands and realizes, like everybody is saying, for Cat. No, we were talking about Brunson. Okay. Yeah, Brunson's the problem, man. He got to stop hedging, man. He got to stop being lazy. Because you guys are talking about hedging, right? Yeah, he got to stop being lazy, man. He got to stop being lazy. Because he's the one sometimes be coming off, and that's where they be knocking down threes because he don't want to get out there and defend. He's going to have to defend, man. But he did tonight, and I thought he was solid a couple of times. Mr. Blank says, I like the Knicks were getting to the basket and not focusing on unnecessary on shots. In the fourth quarter, the Knicks set the tempo, and the Celtics were way too eager and started playing hero ball. Yeah, that was Tatum, man. That was Tatum. He wasn't passing the rock. Now he was hitting them, but he wasn't passing the rock. And so other guys can't really get off. When they're lethal is when they're passing the rock and everybody's knocking down threes. But he was trying to just do him. And that's kind of like what hurt their offense, I thought. He had a great night, but you could see their offense kind of wasn't flowing the way they wanted it to because he was kind of just doing him. On the hedge. Yeah, exactly, Vaughn. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Listen, I totally agree with you guys. I totally agree. That's because Brunson gets lazy on that, man. He gets lazy on that. And then he leaves a lot of open threes, man, because he don't want to go and defend. He got to cut that out. Oh, man. But listen, guys, let me get up out of here. Listen, man, great game for them boys, man. Great game. Go up 3-1 in the series. Listen, we're one game away, man, from the Eastern Conference Finals, the first time in 25 years, man. So we should be extremely, extremely excited. What say you guys? Knicks in 5 or Knicks in 6? I think it's going to be Knicks in 6, man. I think Boston's going to come out ready. I think the league is going to kind of have something to do with this. But anyway, I think the Knicks are going to Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. I think so, definitely. Definitely. I think we smell blood in the water, and I think we got to take full advantage of it, man. But it was a great game tonight for them boys. The captain led the way, and the whole crew, everybody came in and contributed, man. I just thought it was a great win for the whole team. Great bounce back game too, man, from what happened the other night on Saturday. And so now we're right. One game removed from being an Eastern Conference Final, man, which was the goal for this team. And if we play who we think we could play in the Pacers, we should be licking our chops because we want that revenge. We want that get back. And we got the horses to take care of these boys. So if everything goes well and everything plays well and plays out the way it should, the Knicks could be going to the finals this year, guys. The Knicks could be going to finals. You heard it here first. We don't jump out the window. We don't want to do that. But there's a possibility. There's a possibility the Knicks could be going to the finals, man, if they play the way that we know they can play. All right, but listen, people, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through Rock with me and you're watching us on a replay, gang, please subscribe to the channel. But also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Big time win for the boys. They go up 3-1 in the series. One game from the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's do it, man. Let's get this win on Wednesday. I will be going live Wednesday, so please come through and check that out. All right, people, listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here. Peace.